Guys, so I know that you've just started working on coordinate planes, and this is crazy thing if you've never seen it before, especially since we don't normally talk about negative numbers. You're just now going to start talking about negative numbers. We generally talk about positives. Okay, so you're going to be introduced to negative numbers. This is called the coordinate plane, and there are 4 quadrants in the coordinate plane. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a quadrant, quad meaning 4, so 4 quadrants, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. In your quadrant 1, you're going to have positive numbers. In your quadrant 2, you're going to have positive and negative numbers. Quadrant 3, you're going to have negative and negative numbers. And quadrant 4, you're going to get negative and positive numbers. Okay, and so this gets far more complicated the older you get in math. And that's okay. I think it's really fun. I love my math. My parents happen to be math teachers though, so starting from an early age, right? So as well in your coordinate plane, you have an X and Y axis. The easiest way for me to remember this is that the Y has the little tail and points down. It creates kind of a little arrow. So the Y goes up and down or vertical, and the X goes left to right or horizontal. So you're going to start using these terms as well, and that's going to be another video. We're going to talk about terms that you're going to hear or see while you're in math so that you don't get confused. So once again, our x-axis, which you can say x-axis, goes left to right. It's horizontal. Your y-axis goes up and down. It is vertical, okay? So always remember, you go right to left and then you go up and down. So you're going to go right and then up, or left and then up, or left and then down, or right and then down. So when you have, here is your introduction to parentheses. This is where parentheses come in the earliest for you. You're going to have your coordinates in parentheses. Your x coordinate will always come first, and your y coordinate will always go second. So when you are looking for your coordinates, you are going to go left or right or horizontal first, then you're going to go up or down or vertical second. So x, then y. Left and right, up and down. Okay, it can get really complicated. This is another reason I'm making this video. You can play it, watch it over and over and over again to help you. All right, so we're going to look for our coordinates of point A. Point A falls in quadrant 1. So this is quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. And yes, when we're doing quadrants, we use Roman numerals so we don't get confused with any numbers that we have on the graph. Okay, so we have point A in quadrant 1. So I'm going to go left, right, up, down. Am I going to go right or left? I'm going to go right. So sometimes the best way to do that, let me get a different colored marker, maybe that'll help. Best way to do this is to trace it. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then I'm going to go up 1, 2. So my x coordinate is 2. My y coordinate is 2 because they are both positive numbers. They fall in quadrant 1. So your x will always be positive and your y will always be positive if it falls in quadrant 1. Now we're going to look for our next letter. Our next letter is B. Now B falls in quadrant 4. So I'm going to do my X first. So let me go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3. That's about right. I tried my best, guys. And then we go down. 1, 2. So we have 1, 2, 3 is our X. And we've gone down. So this is your introduction to negative numbers. There are negative numbers. So we've gone down 2. So that is negative 2. Okay? Getting a little confusing probably. Let's do our third letter. Our third letter is C. So I'm going to do my x-axis, and then I'm going to do my y-axis. And for this one, I'm going to have to go left because it's in quadrant 2. So let me follow again. 1, 2, and then I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've gotten to my C. So my x-axis, my x-coordinate is negative 2 because I went left. Then my y-coordinate, my up and down, is going to be positive 4. So up is going to be positive, right is positive, left is negative, down is negative. Kind of sad if we think about it, but down we often think of negative, so that one you can at least remember, but left, some of us are left-handed, we don't want to think that that's a negative thing, right? Let's do our third coordinate, a third set of coordinates, right? A set is 2 things. So we're going to look for D. This one's a little harder, so I'm going to trace. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not exact, but 6, okay? So my x coordinate is 6, and my y coordinate is 6, okay? So that is a basic introduction to coordinate plane. A plane is a flat system of points. And this is another introduction to geometry. You guys learned a little bit of geometry in 4th grade. This is another level of geometry in 5th grade. And you guys are going to have some of these questions on a test. Now, this is pretty simple for you. Some of you guys do this when you're playing a video game and you don't even realize it. And some video games, math video games, and iReady, for instance, they do have you use the coordinate plane and you don't even realize you're doing it. But now you know what you've been doing. This is called the coordinate plane. You're getting points or sets of points on the coordinate plane. We have our x-axis and our y-axis. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll work on some of these problems together. I know that it might be a little challenging the first time around, and that's okay. But remember, if you need to watch this video again, go ahead and watch this video again, and I'll see you later.